welcome to Mind Your Business, a channel where we are in everybody's business. If you don't mind getting in people's business, you're on the right channel. Talking about current topics and gossip.
Well, people, what are you guys thinking about Married to Medicine at the moment? Because I felt like Jackie was interesting. She's talking about she wants to slap Sweet Tea. Let's really talk about it. Well, I've got those people, my creative crew. Let's talk about Married to Medicine. Now, I thought it was a nice episode. You know, I felt like everyone was getting on well. You know, essentially, you know, you got the ladies off doing the golfing. I thought that was nice. I was like, okay, golfing. So you guys get to have your Prosecco and your Patron while you're golfing. I'm like, yeah, you can sign me up for that. I'm down for that. I don't mind all drinking and activity with the sports. I'm like, But it was fun to see them do their little games together. I think Sweet Tea was really good. Obviously, she won anyway. So I was like, go for her. And her little celebration dance cracked me up. I was like, go Sweet Tea. You got those Meg the Stallion knees going on there. Yeah, do you? The guys were hilarious because they had their own cooking competition. I thought that was a good, you know, the whole competitive edge was good for the guys. Of course, Eugene's team won. No surprises there. What did make me laugh, of course, was, or side-eye rather, was Kemmer and some of his comments about, you know, cooking being complicated, which is why he leaves it to women. It's just like, this caveman, he really is playing into that. He really is. But, you know, overall, I thought it was a decent episode. Their boat trip looked like it was nice. That they had a decent boat trip. You know, I think it was interesting seeing Toya and Sweet Tea talk about the whole apology. What I did find even more interesting, though, was Jackie. Because Jackie in her confessional was talking about, you know, she's sorry that she didn't slap her in her mouth like a mother should have. Firstly, Jackie is not a mother. She's nobody's mother. And we know that she's had problems wanting to have children and stuff like that. And I do think that, you know, had she maybe left Curtis and adopted kids, she will be more fulfilled as a person. That's just my personal opinion. But if I had to sit up there talking about, yeah, she should have slapped her in her face, really, because you probably would have got a box right back in your face. Certainly, if that was me, no, we're not doing that, honey. I do respect elders, but no, don't take the piss now. Like, you're doing this whole little girling thing with Sweet Tea, and I don't like it. I don't really like to see it. Yes, they're all much older, but I'm sorry, respect works both ways. I don't feel like, you know, she should have called out her name. I'm glad that they actually cleared the air, but it was interesting to see her do the sort of nice nasty to me, because in that conversation with Sweet Tea, she didn't really take accountability. She didn't say, I was wrong, I did this and I did that. She kept saying, well, we shouldn't have done that and we shouldn't have done that. So again, it's not her, you know, it's not just isolating herself, it's a we thing. So I didn't feel like it was well intentional. You know, I just feel like she wants to just clear the air, which is fine. But if I was Sweet Tea, I would not let my guard down, because, you know, I felt like there's a bit of nice nasty into that. I will say that I did like seeing a little bit of a softer side to Jackie at first, because I felt like when she got on the boat and she started acting like she's modelling and stuff, I thought, okay, Jackie, the little soft side was coming out of you. Okay, this is interesting. A little, when I say soft side, like a human side, because she just seems so cold and robotic half the time. So I was like, okay, Jackie's got some jokes. But it wasn't that long after before she was sitting there looking sour-faced. And then Sweet Tea came over to, you know, speak to her and try and clear the air. And then you see the confessional talking about she should slap her. So that just annoyed me. I just thought, really? Okay. Fair enough, she called you out your name. But you're the first to talk about, you know, you're not going to respond, and you're not going to do this, you're not going to do that. But then you're going to turn around and talk like you're going to slap the woman. Really? Because I'm pretty sure, based on how Sweet Tea seems, I think she would have boxed you right back in the obvious. But anyway, yeah. Other than that, I thought the whole interaction between Toya and Alicia was interesting. I do feel like the wives do seem to kind of poke at Alicia. So I don't blame Alicia for poking back, because, you know, Toya started that whole foolishness because she keeps trying to make fun of her marriage. So Alicia was hitting back. Basically, when the women were serving the men, you know, they wanted to go and serve the men some of their food, you know, because it was out of the kindness of their hearts. They went to go and do that. You've got Kemmer sitting there talking about, yes, look at this, Eugene, she's well trained. I was very glad that Dr. Jackie said, well, no, dogs are trained, women are not trained. What are you talking about? So I was like, yes, please check this man, because it's ridiculous. But I thought it was really interesting because, you know, you've got Toya, she brings out the food, gives it to Eugene. All the men are sitting there happy because they've all been served by the women. The women are inside having a conversation. You've got Toya talking about, you know, well, questioning Alicia and the fact that her husband says things like, you know, being trained, and she makes a little joke about, you know, not being in the mood to, you know, please her husband that night. but says, she's going to take a leaf out of Alicia's book and, keep her mouth clean because, it's a cultural thing. So she's making fun of her. So, of course, Alicia is hitting back, chatting back, well, I'm quite happy with the size of my man's ud, basically, peen. I was like, okay, Dr. Alicia, you're coming back? So there's a bit of back and forth there, shading. Because obviously Toya has said in previous seasons that she's, thought that her biggest disappointment was that understanding that her man's penis won't grow. And of course, people are going to be looking at you like, Toya, you always like put your man out here to embarrass him. It's ridiculous. So that's where that jab came from. Now, Toya did crack me up because she was like, well, that's all you're getting, so you should be happy. I was like, Toya, please. And Toya asking her if she knows if she knew what she was doing is also another rude comment. Toya is just the one to just say it as she is. But like I said, Alicia was hitting back, saying that, if I was, she's concerned her man looks at her like a queen. He doesn't want her down low. So I thought that was interesting. You've got Sweet Tea saying, well, she's got friends who are just not into doing that. So I was like, well, fair enough. There's no need for Toya to start that back and forth with her. Now, I will say this. I didn't like the fact that Dr. Alicia was sitting there talking about, oh, well, Eugene should control you and, should get her a shock collar and shock her. Obviously, she was joking, but I just thought, I don't like what you're saying. So I like that Dr. Simone picked up on the whole control comment and, said, what are you saying on dangerous territory here? And she tried to revise it and say, temper. But no, I don't appreciate that. And I like that Eugene said in the confessional that, he doesn't have any desire to control his wife. She is another human being. Exactly. She is her own person. We're all our own people, so there should be no controlling going on. I didn't like that at all. So I'm like, Dr. Alicia, what is going on with you? This isn't a good look, what you're putting out here. I'm not feeling it. But it was interesting seeing Dr. Alicia get activated. So I was like, okay, you get a little activation going on, Dr. Alicia. Like, it's good to see, but it's a shame that we're seeing it when the season is about to end. Heavenly, of course, is cracking up because she's talking about she'll do anything for her man, and we really know that. She's talking about she can put in her ear, she would put in her ear, so she could put in her belly button, she'll put in her belly button, whatever she needs to do, she would do for that man. Phaedra cracked me up now because she's talking about, well, I've got the rose toy and I don't need no man. So she's just sitting there happily single and not really fazed by any of it. So that whole interaction was jokes to me. Toya is still miffed by the whole, being trained, and is that not annoying to you that Dr. Alicia's husband is calling her, saying to her that she's well trained. So she's asking Dr. Alicia, is that not annoying to you? Like, do you not find that an issue? Which I personally would. But Dr. Alicia is saying that, he's just joking, he's joking. Meanwhile, over with the men, Kemmer is talking about, how he trained her. Literally, he's saying that he would say, he's expecting his breakfast, where's my breakfast, where's my this, where's my that. So he actually trained her. So he isn't joking when he's talking to the guys. He's joking with them. But in what he's saying, there was no gist. It was, yes, I made sure she knows what I want and what I'm doing. So essentially, he does believe that he trained her. That's what it comes across as anyway. But, it's interesting for this type of show because it is about marriage. So, of course, they are probably playing up this a bit much because, all his claims about it being cultural and all this kind of stuff. If you go and look on social media, there's a lot of people who are from Nigeria and saying they absolutely disagree with him and where's this cultural comment coming from. So it's all very interesting. Anyway, later on, you've got the slammer party, which I thought was a cute little theme. They're sitting around talking about their marriage questions. Well, you've got Simone and Cecil, obviously, it's their trip. So they are starting off with the marriage questions. There's some envelopes, different questions in there. And they kicked off with sort of Curtis and Jackie. Curtis saying that he wants more time with Jackie because she's comes in from her work and she's on her phone, she's on her socials and wants more time. Kemmer and Alicia, I thought they were interesting because Alicia said that she wants them to work together more to build their empire. She's into real estate, he's into doing stocks and things like that, but apparently he lost quite a lot of money in crypto. He says that he is the financial person, and when the lady's about to kind of push back on him, like, what do you mean you're the financial person? He then shares that she spent about 150k and she has no idea where it's gone, so she can't account for it. So everyone kind of had to be quiet and leave him to be the financial person. Literally, everyone was shocked by that. And what was even more baffling to me was when Dr. Simone tried to say, well, Alicia, do you think you kind of received that? Do you understand that he's saying that he wants you to take a bit more accountability with, the spending? And then she kind of just said, well, I think we just work to each other's strengths and that's why he's good at that. I'm just like, okay, so you're just going to keep on spending then. That's what I took from that. Then, of course, they had a lot of conversations about sex. Are they happy with this sex in their relationships? You know, most of them were, apart from Curtis. He wanted more. Cecil, he also wanted more. Everybody else was good. And Phaedra said that she is single and loving it. So I thought it was a cute episode. No like massive drama going on. I definitely side-eyed Dr. Jackie and her little comment. It's coming to an end already, which I feel like has come around quickly. We still don't know what Phaedra's doing there because there's no medical, connection. So maybe she will go back to Real Housewives of Atlanta, or they will show who she's dating, because I was very disappointed to hear that they didn't air that, Phaedra went on a date with Doctor, a double date with Dr. Heavenly, and they didn't air that. So to me, it doesn't make no sense. These editing producers are just not making any sense to me with some of the stuff that they're doing. But anyway, guys, what did you think of the episode? Of course, I'm going to include some tweets here so you can have a look at what social had been saying. What do you think of the episode? Let me know your thoughts below. And sidebar, sorry if I sound stuffy, I am fighting a cold.
Yes, so thanks for watching that. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and hit that notification bell so you know when I am uploading some more of people's business. So until then, my nosy people, stay blessed.